As I was cleaning out the Alan Cox Show office yesterday, I've accumulated a lot of stickers, by the way, that I really don't have any place for. You never realize how much crap is in that room until you got to pull it out. We start at the new studios downtown tomorrow, and these things aren't going into a new location. They're just going to sit in my basement. I was taking my daughter, though, to the dentist the other day, and there's a comic book shop opening up near me. And I looked inside. They had a sign that said Summer 2022. It was very reminiscent of the initial signs that were up when they wrapped the windows of iHeart Cleveland Downtown. Coming October 2021. That was the original launch date. And so I'm not sure what the state of it's called Dizzy's Comics, right there in Bay Village. It made me very excited. I sold my comic collection some time ago when I was home for my dad's final days. I finally collected the comic collection that I had had my whole life, and I had decided, well, I'm not going to do anything with these, and so I'll put them all together and I'll sell them as one big unit. And I sold them for probably about 30% of what they're worth, but I didn't really want to mess around with it. And so I sold it to someone. And I didn't sell all of my comics. I have the ones that I knew are worth something. I removed those and then just sold the remainder of the lot. So because of that, my ears have kind of perked up a little bit. I've kind of come back around to the comic book universe in kind of going through those. And there was a lot of nostalgia and a lot of things that I'd forgotten that I had in there. And so as I was walking her to the dentist, and I kind of peered in, and they had a bunch of MMS stickers on the wall. So they're clearly friendlies. But I'm just curious about what, maybe somebody in the know will text me about it, because it certainly didn't look like, as I peered in there, it certainly didn't look like they were even close to opening. It looked like some furniture was still being constructed, and I don't know. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't slightly excited to see that little comic book shop.
Pretty cool.
In my neighborhood. But I don't know when they'll be open, because they're obviously past their target date. My older daughter went to Lollapalooza, and there was a story that was going around that a security guard faked a mass shooting threat to leave early.
Yo! He I don't ever want to hear I'm lazy ever again.
He wanted to
My parents aren't home, but I'm at work. They're not home for 2 days. There's a mass shooter and Lollapalooza gotta go.
Not even day off. Leave early. Mm-hmm. That's how badly this guy. He's getting charged with a whole bunch of stuff. False terrorist threats. Yeah. And he circulated 2 fake messages, one of which said, mass shooting at 4 p.m. location Lollapalooza. We have 150 targets.
What goes through your mind when you send something like that? Because that guy can't be sane. It's not like if he sent a text message or he sent some type of message to someone, they know who did it. Like, you can easily track that. So it's not like he's just going to go home and forget about it. If anything, your day would be longer. So what?
Well, this was a girl.
Well, she.
Yeah. Mm. I'm with you. I assumed it was a guy.
Yeah.
Jana,
I think we all did.
Jana Williams, who's 18.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Now it all comes into focus, doesn't
Her mind's not fully formed yet.
If you're security at Lollapalooza, I mean, yeah, you're working, but
what credentials does she have?
For what?
To be a security guard.
Credentials. They're looking for warm bodies to stand there and
what is she gonna secure?
Pretend to look at IDs when kids walk into Lollapalooza. You ever see them? Last couple of summers to Lollapalooza, you had to show your Vax card. They're barely looking at anybody. They're like, there's so many goddamn people going through.
That's so scary, dude.
On the second day of Lollapalooza, Jana Williams, they hold this in Grant Park in Chicago for people who've never been there, sent her supervisor an anonymous text that said, mass shooting at 4 o'clock, Lollapalooza, we have 150 targets. The supervisor immediately notified their supervisors, who reported it to Chicago PD and Grant Park. They also notified the FBI's Joint Counterterrorism Task Force. So she said that her sister told her about a mass shooting threat that was found on Facebook. When she was asked to share a screenshot, she had created a Facebook page under a fake name. This girl really wanted to leave work early.
Oh, yeah.
This
She's
is like
funny.
Yeah. Facebook page under the name Ben Scott, and then wrote out precisely what that text said. Massive shooting at Lollapalooza Grant Park, 6 p.m.
Did she do that after she was asked to show, or did she create it thinking ahead of time like she was going to cover her tracks?
Well, here's the thing: is here's what she did. She never activated the page, so she created it to put the message in there, and then screenshotted it, and then sent the screenshot to her boss. So that page never went live.
Oh.
But they're able to backtrack it and figure out that she's the one who sent the text, who created the Facebook. They go find her IP address, the whole bit. So they brought her in for questioning, and she admitted the whole thing and said she created it in order to leave work early. They set her bond at $50,000.
What a selfish thing to do. What a selfish thing to do.
Well, it's just a stupid thing to do.
Right, and also, just quit your job.
Right. If you hate it
Like,
that much.
just go like, I'll just leave.
Yeah.
You know how many people working Lollapalooza or any festival like this over the course of the weekend probably throw their apron to the ground or their credentials and walk?
Yeah, they're like, I'm good.
Yes, just fade into the masses of people in the city.
Wow.
It's pretty wild, though.
Dude, that is...
Hey, can I get off early Friday night? No, I need all hands on deck. Okay.
She
Makes
won't
a
learn today. Bitch. You're going to wish you let me go home early.
God.
Make your day miserable.
Poor Jana Williams. I wish they would have gotten more information about why she wanted to get off early.
Yeah, I know.
Because there has to be some scenario in which mitigating circumstance might be the reason she wanted to get off early.
De-appointment.
Where they go, all right, look, this sucks, but I get it, all right? You had to pick up your Nana. And then she shows him a fake Facebook page about how she's got to pick up her Nana. Hey. Anne Heche is now fully dead. I don't know how to put it.
I thought she was dead.
Well,
dead.
they pronounced her brain dead on Friday. She was dead, but they were keeping her on life support through the weekend for organ donation. So now that they have organ donation recipients, she is fully...
Wait a minute. If you've got all those drugs and stuff in your system, you can still donate your organs?
Yeah, those drugs will go out of your system. I mean, they're not permanent in your system. You can still...
Yeah, but what they do damage. I mean, again, maybe she wasn't a consistent user.
I also don't know what organs they do. Probably not her liver.
Right, well, that's
I think she was a heavy drinker, and but so I don't know what she donated. But the whole thing's a real bummer. It's a bummer for the woman who lost her house, but you can get a GoFundMe for that. And from what I've seen, the woman's got a nice GoFundMe, so that's something.
Does she have insurance? Shouldn't insurance cover that?
I have no idea.
Cars into houses? I feel like that should be in your policy.
Oh, that's an act of God, Poundcake. Hadn't you heard? God's way into vehicles going through people's living rooms.
It's just part of his plan. He works in mysterious ways.
Just like Bono said. By the way, Anne Heche's mom has now survived 4 of her 5 children dying.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Yeah. Her mom is a Christian psychologist in Chicago.
She's got that strong faith.
Nancy Heche. She had a 2-month-old die. Before Anne Heche was born, her sister Cynthia was 2 months old, died from a heart defect. Anne Heche's 18-year-old brother died in a car accident.
Oh.
Her stepdad was secretly gay, so he died of AIDS. And she had another sister who died from brain cancer 15 years ago. So Anne Heche's mom has 1 daughter left, 1 child left.
Do you move your daughter into your house at that point? Like, I just want to stay with you.
She's a grown woman. I mean, she's...
I know, but
you know.
I feel like I want a big enough house to where I can have like a wing for my mother. Like, she'll live with me, but I just won't ever see her.
Yeah, I wonder how you are certified as a Christian psychologist. This says she uses the Bible in her counseling practice.
Theology.
Huh? Why does that make you a psychologist? I mean, I'm curious. Maybe she just has an education degree or something, but, I'm not sure.
Also, I don't know if the treatments you're getting out of the Bible are going to be all that great.
Yeah, right?
Mom, I think I'm in love with Ellen DeGeneres. Stone her!
Have you tried rending your clothes?
Well, when Anne Heche first came out to her mom with the whole Ellen DeGeneres thing, she was upset because, her husband had been secretly gay. And so she looked at it as, don't you see the damage that homosexuality has done to our family? She wrote a whole book about when you're in love with someone who comes out.
Man, people are so homophobic still. They're so homophobic and so racist, but I've been getting a lot of comments on the video about my son coming out, and people are just terrible. but it's always
People are weird about
on
stuff
the
they don't
internet.
understand.
Yeah. And they have no desire to try and understand it or have any empathy about it. They just go, that's a thing, I hate it, and it's always on the internet. Because anytime I tell a story in person, people love it. They're very on board with it.
That's why it's important to remember the forced perspective that comes from the internet. That's not that's
not reality.
It's reality, but it's never an accurate representation of the percentage of an audience, right? We're talking about that last week or the week before. We're talking about Cracker Barrel goes, hey, we got vegan sausage now or something, right? And the stories made it sound like every single person on the planet was mad at Cracker. It's not.
It's 25 people.
Even if you went to, which I did after the show that day, I got to see this. Even if you went to their Facebook page, it was largely people like, cool, we have options now.
Yep.
You'd see a handful of people that were like, I don't need no woke sausage. Those people are in every situation, but it's not an accurate representation of what's going on out there. So you're going to have people giving you a hard time on Instagram or whatever.
Right, and that's
but by
fine.
and large,
right.
You're never going to have somebody walk up to you and read you the riot act in person because of a bit you did.
I've had that once or twice, but it's very
That's what I'm
rare.
saying,
It's
once
very
or twice
rare,
over the course of your whole career.
Right. It's one of those things, too, where people that are against something are way more likely to be vocal about it.
Well,
so there's a lot of people that are supportive of it, and they're like, hey, I love this. And, there's a lot of positive comments, and people are liking the video. There's a reason it went viral. But then there's a bunch of people, they want to get in those comments and just argue with people and spout their crap.
Do you engage them at all or no?
No, I try not to. Every once in a while, I'll be cheeky. Like, I try not to. What was the one? Somebody said something, and I just go. I can't remember what it was, but I try to be cheeky or funny and not just like mean to them.
No, I mean you don't ever like. Do you ever find one person and just try to pick their brain? Or you don't care?
Nah, because they're never coming from a place of trying to understand. It usually goes back to some religious thing or some other bias that they have where they don't want to even acknowledge that gay people, let alone trans people, have a right to exist.
Well, that's
I had. Go ahead.
Well, I was saying that's the thing. The people that I've endured that have made me experience homophobia is not one of them has called me like the F word or like I'm being mean to you or I don't like you because you're gay. They say something else, and I understand the covertness of the homophobia. Like they'll say, "Oh, well, you're just not my type of person," or you just
maybe you're not
rub me the wrong way. But it's very clearly like they don't have any black friends, they don't have any gay friends. Is against their religion.
Maybe you just rub them the wrong way.
No,
I mean,
Can you imagine Poundcake rubbing somebody the wrong way?
But I mean, we love you, and you rub us all the wrong way.
But I'm saying that's the perfect cover for someone who wants to be homophobic.
Well, one of the things
they're not going to say, "Oh, I don't like gay people."
There's a lot of people though that have no problem telling you who they don't like.
Yeah, and for the story about my son, they latch onto parts of the story, and they make it seem like he transitioned when he was 4 years old. And that's not the story at all. It was a long process of him transitioning when he was a teenager into his now 20s. But they just hear the story when I say 4 years old. They're like, "Oh, you forced a 4-year-old." I'm like, no one forced anything. They call me a groomer. It's all this weird stuff. And then they also go, "Well, what if he wants to have a baby someday?" But they always say she. And I'm like, do you think he didn't think about all this stuff? He knows who he is. Why is it so hard to trust somebody?
That's how
you know who they are.
That's how you know he's smart. He doesn't want any kids.
Yeah.
Well, I would just say I don't dislike your son because he's trans. I dislike him because he's hotter than me, and I've been a boy longer. So that's why I'm pissed off.
Have ya?
I'm pissed off. Hey, that's my problem with him. That's all.
That's your one problem.
I've been in this game way longer. I got more cred. I got more miles on me, and he comes in here and takes out the rug right from under me. I don't like that.
Wow. All right.
He's a handsome boy.
Neophyte serendipity. I got a great email Friday afternoon. I probably said something about Trump and made this guy cry. He writes, all he wrote was, "F you, communist, see you next Tuesday." But it's on his company's letterhead.
Dummy.
So it's his name. It has the company logo. It says owner under his name. I don't know if it's a franchise thing. I don't know what it is, right? Got the phone number, got the website, got the company's logo, and I just write back, wrong show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wrong show. And he goes, it's the right show. So I go to his company's website. And I wrote, oh, hey, it's the guy. I put my email in there. I'm not blowing the guy up publicly, right? I just go to his page on the company's website. And I go, oh, hey, it's the dude who calls people communists. See you next Tuesdays. What a pro. And I send it. And he emails me back. Apparently my email was hacked, so whatever BS you are sending me, you can stop. And I was like, yes, hacked. Dad, very good. Well done.
The hack.
Love the hacking, right?
Always getting hacked.
He goes, whatever, bro. Don't know who you are and don't care either. Peace out. Now, if you had truly been hacked, first of all, your words will always give you away, right? I don't know who you are suffices. When they say I don't care either, that means they do know who you are, and they're trying to make you feel a certain kind of way. But also, I think if you had truly been hacked, you'd be so apologetic as a professional. You go, oh my God, I am so sorry. We've been having all kinds of problems. That's not what this guy did.
And you know how hackers love to send replies about radio shows.
Right.
You know, that's
he's
like
like,
one of the main hacks that's happening right now, where someone will break into your email so they can send an angry email to a radio show that they weren't listening to.
Right. Sure. Apparently my email was hacked. Oh, you just now found out about that? That you're, I took your comments to heart, and I talked to our corporate IT people, and oh my God, look what's happened. This is awful. But see, I'm a nice guy, so I'm not going to blow the dude up to his company. I'm not going to forward the email to his superiors. I think he's the owner in a way. Dudes that open up a little, they open up a mortgage broker business in their living room, call themselves an owner.
Okay.
I think he's clearly part of a larger organization, of a corporate structure. And I'm not forwarding the emails to anyone.
Could you?
No.
I would love to see it.
I don't, because I don't care.
I want to make sure that I don't get hacked.
No. Oh, well, listen, that's a huge concern for all of us, and I hope that doesn't happen to us. But I did want to tell him I certainly hope that you're having a conversation with your IT people.
What type of?
Because, oh my goodness, this could happen to any one of us.
What type of company is it?
Real estate. And so I'm like, well, listen. Because after he said right show, I just wrote back, I was like, what a weird, dopey comment.
People are
right. And then also, it's the right show, but you still got hacked. You're not making a lot of sense
that
here,
is
bud.
Some serious coincidence. I don't know. But this is like a middle-aged dude.
Is
right?
he cute?
Not a young guy, like a middle-aged guy, right? And he's talking about his bio on his company. He's like, my wife's great, and I got dogs, and the whole thing.
All right.
But he does,
life's great dogs. I'm going to find this guy.
No, that's as far as it's going. Because you know what? If that's how this guy feels about life, he's clearly got bigger issues than me.
Well, there's someone that
so he's clearly angry about some things that have nothing to do with me.
There's so many people that are they're so angry. Go to therapy.
They're
please.
Mad.
Go to therapy.
Therapy's not cheap.
There was a dude.
A lot of people don't want to go out. Well, you got to go out of pocket.
But a lot of these people claim to have so much money or have such a good life. There was some dude that was going after Mary, and I was just like, dude, you are so mad. And you're wishing other people to struggle, and he's like, my life's the best. What, like, you remember that one?
I posted that video about. I said that the reason why boomers are so mean is because they're just dehydrated.
They're what?
They're just dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
I've never seen my parents have a glass of water, and the last time I asked them, my dad was like, I drank from a hose in '84, and that was enough. It's just a silly thing, like whatever, just a goof. And some guy got on there on Instagram all mad, and we're the greatest generation. You're all pansy losers who don't know how to work, and I'd love to see young people struggle.
He's a legit boomer.
Yeah, so he was mad, and then saying that he loves watching younger generations struggle because we're all pussies and we don't know the work ethic and yada, yada, yada. And Bill called him out. He's like, man, you're just such a sad person. He's like, I'm not sad. My life's perfect. My life's amazing. I have 200,000 cars and 95 wives. And just being ridiculous.
Oh, he's the Sultan of Brunei.
Right.
Well, I don't think that guy's a boomer, but he definitely has a great life. I've seen pictures.
But people do that. They hide behind.
But isn't it nice that Bill Squire came to your rescue like a like a maiden who can't do anything for herself.
She can't.
Isn't that so nice?
If you guys want to go just defend me in the comment section and boost me in the algorithm, I would love that.
Do that for all of us. We all need the algorithm boost.
Boost Mary's algorithm. How about that? Yeah, man.
I had a real old comment today where someone goes, because I have a joke about people with young names getting old soon, and they're like, Cody is a name for old people. They're all in their like 30s and 40s. And I was like,
Ouch.
no. I mean like 70.
Like
and they're
actually old.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, I'm 19. So what are you going to do?
Boy. Poundcake, you're one of the olds almost.
I already know.
Right? 19. Oh, it's staring him in the face. I'm going to break. Do you like Ice Nine Kills? Do you like Black Veiled Brides? Do you like Motionless in White? They're all going out. It's called the Trinity of Terror Tour. Why do they want to terrorize you? I don't know.